Jim was obviously very complimentary of you the other day. Compared you to Leonardo da Vinci. Are you?
What? Leonardo da Vinci? What?
I don't
what's
exactly
the,
know
what's
how
the
he got
commonality
there.
with that?
But just when you look at your,
It's because you could do everything well.
Oh.
Like Leonardo was an artist. He was a scientist. He was just like you're a great football player. You're a family man. You do
that's dope.
everything at a high level.
Oh, that's a huge compliment then, man. I appreciate that. That's dope.
what's kind of been your mindset going into this part of your career? What have you been happy about with the way what you've been able to show about where you are right now?
I've always wanted to be a complete player, run and pass, and I always wanted to make plays to help the team win. And I'm a team first guy, and so hopefully that's what my play has reflected so far.
Khalil, obviously you've been in the league a long time. This team is the best in the league at tackling. You guys have the fewest missed tackles in the NFL.
Yeah.
What have you seen from this team that you think has allowed you guys to thrive that way?
Oh man, it starts with the mindset. I think Coach Minner, that was one of the first things he talked about when he first got here. Just understanding who we had in our group and the capabilities that we have. Just thinking about the players that we have all throughout the defenses. So that's one of the things that we could fix, right? That's one of the things that we can control. And you can only control that by going out and working at it. And so I feel like that's the biggest difference. Everybody going out there and working on fitting and forming, tackling, angles to the ball. I think they coach that up very well. And you've seen it reflected in the game.
Yeah, is it as simple as something like that is a big factor with the reason why you guys are leading the league in scoring defense, like just being the #1 defense overall?
Yeah,
those
it's a game of inches, and so being able to make tackles, keep people short of third down and fourth down, and all those things kind of correlate.
A couple weeks of going against quarterbacks, can make plays out of the pocket. Obviously, this week with Kyler, what are the challenges he brings, especially when he rolls out of the pocket and gets out of the pocket?
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about fast guys that play quarterback, you almost got to treat them like running backs back there. Seeing Bo Nix last week kind of opened up, and not really knowing what they expect from him, just from that standpoint. But you know, Kyler is a guy that can get out of the pocket, and so just making sure all hands on deck. All 11 guys are paying attention to what he's doing back there, and especially the full front guys. And so we can get at them this week.
That's why I asked Minter this was, in their 2 wins, he's run for a lot of yards.
Yeah.
So obviously you want to keep him contained that way. But he also leads the league in passer efficiency when he holds it longer than 4. In other words, when he is dancing back there, he can still make those plays. So how do you prioritize as a defender?
Yeah, man, it's just rushing 4 is 1, man. Just making sure everybody on the same page and having a plan. Having a rush plan, and I think we've been gathering a great rush plan for him in particular this week.
A coordinated rush plan with all of you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a coordinated plan. You got to all be on the same page. Can't have any independent contractors out there just trying to win and go underneath ad and all that, and everything got to be coordinated, and it's something we're looking forward to, man. A challenge we're looking forward to because we got more of those down the road with all the other great scrambling quarterbacks.
Is it always like that, or is it when you face a mobile quarterback like a Kyler Murray? In other words, sometimes is it just about beating your man, let me see if I can sack the quarterback, or other times is it, okay, I got to make sure that I'm doing this in coordination with my teammates and make sure,
it's a mix of both without giving too much too much strategy away, but it's a mix of both, and just understanding who you're playing against and the tendencies they have, but also trying to beat your man, beat the guy in front of you. Yeah.
What's it like when you think you've got like Nick's, dead to rights? You're going to tackle him any second, and then all of a sudden he spins away or he kind of gets out of your head. Is that frustrating, or do you? Yeah,
it's frustrating, but it's something to learn from just as a group. One person can know something, but everybody got to know it, and everybody got to study it, and everybody got to be on the same page to know what we can do better the next time something like that happens. And so I feel like we pivoted and we adjusted accordingly, and so you're going to see a lot of different things this week.
What's the focus on James Conner?
James Conner, man, I feel like he's one of the best backs in the league, man. That guy, he's special. He's able to bounce the ball, he's able to cut back, able to fall forward and get you 5. And he got a lot of power. He can run the ball and he can catch it out the backfield, screens, and so they do a lot of things to work him. He's the workhorse for him, and so we got to step up to the challenge for that guy this week.
I know Coach Minter has been very open about accepting feedback from players and suggestions. Have you suggested a play during a game, or what's that conversation been like in terms of?
You say the first part again?
I know Coach Minter has been very open to accepting feedback from players and your input. Have you suggested plays to him during a game, or what kind of conversation?
Yeah, man. I feel like we kind of getting a rhythm now because he kind of know what we like and know what we need in certain moments. And you've seen it in certain spurts, but we just got to knock those. We got to knock those down, especially on 4th down and all those different things. And so, we just got to play complementary football. And he's doing all the things, and he's listening, and we're listening. And it's nothing more you can ask from him, from his side.
What does it mean to you as a veteran to have a coach, a coordinator who is so open to feedback, who's willing to work together with players? He's the boss. He technically doesn't have to listen to anyone. But
true.
There's definitely a good teamwork.
I feel like all the great coordinators, they do a great job because they know the strengths of the defense and they know the weaknesses. And so, I take that back to even Coach Vic Fangio, man, playing him for only 1 year, but him coming to me like, hey, you think we need a little more of this week, a little more of that, and it's a special relationship because he understands and I'm thinking what I'm thinking, and kind of just getting an understanding of what each other's thinking. It kind of just it solidifies and help you. It kind of reinforces the thoughts that they have and it reinforces the thought we have as well.
Did you suggest a play this year yet? I know Joey suggested a play and then it was a stunt and he got a sack.
He may come to us and be like, hey, is it time for this? Is it time for that? And you can give a yes or a no, or I'm focused on beating my guy and trying to make a play. I'm not focused on calling any plays, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Monday, obviously, first primetime game of the year. Obviously, you always say every game is important.
Yeah.
Is there, at this point in your career, does it still get up a little bit more just for these primetime games?
Yeah, man, it's prime time, man. The lights are bright, and so you got to be ready to perform at a high level because that's what people gonna remember. You know what I'm saying? If everybody's watching, so you want to leave a great impression.
Kyler obviously makes plays with his legs, with his arms, and sometimes in the same play he does both. Mm-hmm. Kind of as somebody that's a part of the secondary. How do you prioritize? Kind of staying with your man.
Yeah.
But keeping an eye on him, preventing that damage. And kind of how do you evaluate that?
Rush and cover working together. We're man to man. We got a man to cover. We need to plaster and cover our guy. Zone, we need to do what we need to do and get to the quarterback. But I feel like it's on everybody. The secondary covering and then the rush keeping them in the pocket.
And with Marvin Harrison Jr., obviously is his favorite target.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him? Obviously he's just a rookie, but he's putting up pretty good numbers so far.
Young player, good player, a confident player, come from, everybody knows his dad. Like I said, he's a great player, first-round pick. He was chosen the first top 5 for a reason, so a good player for them.
You guys have the fewest missed tackles in the NFL. What do you think is the reason behind that?
More hats to the ball, more people around the ball. When there's more people around the ball, it's less missed tackles, or somebody else do miss a tackle, the guy can get them down before it's a big play. So just playing together as a team.
Going back to Kyler, do you feel like you're in a good spot after Bo Nix last week? Like that's kind of a learning period?
For sure, but definitely. We didn't do a good job pursuing Bo last week for sure, and we worked all week this week. We know what type of player Kyler is, so we just need to come out and make sure we're ready to go for sure.
Okay, first primetime game of the year, you fired up for that?
Oh, yes, sir. I can't wait. The whole world watching.
In terms of that tackling, how much of the way you guys tackle and the way you guys practice tackling is that different with the new coaching staff?
Definitely, yeah. We definitely emphasize drills, it's techniques. We go over it on film. It's definitely detailed. I'm not saying it wasn't detailed, but it's detailed to a core every day, and every day it's highlighted, and we work at it every day. So it's something that's just part of our DNA.
So it's definitely something from the new coaching staff that's we're going to focus on this, and you're seeing the results of it on the field.
For sure, and guys making a commitment and trusting in what the coaches is teaching and everybody working together, for sure. What's up, bro?
What's up? James Conner, he's forced the second most missed tackles in the NFL, so it's like, two strengths going at it. What have you seen from him, obviously, not only this year, but over the years, just kind of how he's evolved as a player?
Oh, yeah, I know Conner pretty well. Played him when he was with the Steelers and with Arizona. Got a lot of respect for his game. Hard running back, run the ball hard, downhill. And he make plays for his team. You could tell that he does a lot for his team, and we just got to be ready to stop him and not allow him to break tackles and everybody to the ball.